Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Fox298 here. Welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on the channel. Today we're going to be doing the F1 2017 quiz test, which has been provided by Sky Sports F1. So today I just thought it'd be nice to take it on, and I'm also going to put a little bit of my own twist on it, because you know I like to put my own twist on it. But anyway, if you guys don't know where it is, if I show you up here, you can go to Sky Sports F1's Twitter page, and it is the tweet that was on the November the 23rd. I even retweeted it as well myself. But it's the 2017 season is drawing to a close. How closely have you been watching? Test your own knowledge. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So for today's video then, I believe we have to answer 20 questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to answer all 20 questions. And then I'm just going to basically, for every question that I get wrong, I'm just going to add a time penalty on. And then we're going to do a race on my own personal AI, or maybe 0% AI, and just do something different. I'll add something up to it. And see where we go. So without further ado, let's get into the quiz and let's see how I get on. 20 questions. Hopefully I can do this. Probably not. But anyway, so where did Lewis Hamilton finish the Mexican Grand Prix to win his 4th World Championship? Now that race finished in P9 to clinch the World Championship, with Vettel only claiming a lonely P4 in that Grand Prix, which wasn't enough. How many grid penalties how many places on the grid have McLaren and Honda served in terms of 2017 penalties? I said that so badly wrong, but because McLaren and Honda suck, it's probably the most, and it is the most, essentially. I thought it was 370, but then I thought, you know, it is McLaren and Honda. Sorry. But moving on then. So, who has gained the most positions on the first lap of Grand Prix in 2017? Is it Esteban Ocon, Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, or Kevin Magnussen? Now, the only person I can think of is Alonso hasn't had many starts where he's just pass himself at the field. Ocon's had a few, but not loads. Stroll is just Stroll. He doesn't really move anywhere. That kind of leaves me with Kevin Magnussen, because in the Haas car, they qualify quite far down, but their race pace is good. So I am going to go with Kevin Magnussen, which is actually the right answer, funnily enough. So my logic is brilliant. My logic is brilliant. No penalties yet, but maybe for every question I get wrong, I got this now. Right. Every question I get wrong from now on, that's 5 seconds worth of time penalties, and we'll do a 0% AI race, only like a 5 lap or something like that. So, who was the first driver to retire from a race in 2017? Oh god, I think it was Grosjean that did this one. I'm pretty sure Roman retired. It's between Alonso and Roman. I'm gonna go with Grosjean. I'm gonna take a second guess and go with Grosjean. Yeah, I'm such a genius. You think that I don't watch F1? I'm a genius right now. Where did Bottas claim his... Oh, that was Russia. That was easy. But if you guys wanted to know the question anyway, rather than me skipping through it. Where did Bottas claim his maiden F1 victory? It was the Russian Grand Prix when he started 3rd, outdragged the Ferraris into turn 2, and went on to win the race. Esteban Ocon accused Sergio Perez of trying to kill him on social media after which race? Well, you know, that was the Belgian Grand Prix, because the Azerbaijan Grand Prix was vice versa. So then, that's where it was. So nice, we're literally flying through this right now. Which drivers have shared the longest streak of podium finishes in 2017? Bottas and Ricciardo? No. Hamilton and Bottas? No. It's just going to be the top 2, isn't it? Yeah, literally, I don't know why I even consulted that. The 2 that have been top 2 in the championship the whole time, of course it would be them. Lol, Ferrari crash. Lewis Hamilton is the only driver to have completed every Grand Prix so far in 2017, but who has the next best record? Now, Ocon did. It was Ocon until he DNF'd in Brazil. Now, the only other person that's completed so many proper quick laps is actually Perez. Because Bottas retired in the Spanish Grand Prix, but Perez is... I'm going to go... Yeah, it's got to be Perez. Yeah, it had to be, because Ocon... It would have been Ocon, because he completed the same amount of races as Hamilton, but then DNF'd in Brazil. And Perez only had a DNF that I can remember of in Azerbaijan. So, actually, no, he continued in Azerbaijan, didn't he? Unless he got disqualified. The first lap incident in Singapore involving Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Raikkonen, and Max Verstappen marked the first time both Raikkonen and Vettel have failed to finish as teammates. The first time both Ferrari cars have retired from the first lap of a Grand Prix. The first time Vettel have retired from a race when starting on pole. All of the above. Well, it's not all of the above, because Vettel and Raikkonen have, I'm pretty sure, they might have actually. No, I'm pretty sure they both DNF together. I believe it is the first time that both Ferraris have retired on the first lap of a Grand Prix ever. And I knew that one because I remember Crofty's famous old stats. Is probably how I'm doing so well in this quote. Halfway through, Nothing wrong yet. At which track? Well, that was the Italian Grand Prix. But at which Grand Prix did Lewis Hamilton break Schumacher's record? That was the Italian Grand Prix. He tied it at the Belgian Grand Prix. And I believe he overtook Ayrton Senna at the Canadian Grand Prix. I'm probably wrong on that one. But yeah, anyway. I know where that went. 9 of the 10 teams claimed points in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. But who missed out? Was it Haas, Renault, Sauber, or Toro Rosso? That was Renault because Palmer DNF'd due to a mechanical failure, and Hulkenberg actually DNF'd due to him hitting the wall after he, just on the entrance to the castle section, the right-hander before the castle, he turned in too quick into the barrier, and he went and hit the wall, and that's both Renaults not scoring points when they probably should have. Kimi Raikkonen claimed pole position at the Monaco Grand Prix, but when was the last time he had previously started on pole? Was it the 2007 French Grand Prix, the 2008 French Grand Prix, 2008 Spanish Grand Prix, 2013 Australian Grand Prix? Now, funnily enough, I know this stat as well. I believe Raikkonen qualified on pole in the 2008 French Grand Prix. Hamilton qualified 13th or 14th at that Grand Prix. And then the exact same thing happened in Monaco. Raikkonen got pole and Hamilton was like 13th or 14th. It's 2008 French Grand Prix, which is plain and simple. Question 13. What was the reported cost of the faulty spark plug which forced Sebastian Vettel to retire from a Japanese Grand Prix? £150, £77, £40, or £52. I don't know how much spark plugs go for. I don't know. I feel like 150 is too expensive. 77 is also quite expensive for just a spark plug. £40 seems reasonable, but then so does 52. Do I go... I'm going to go with 52. Personally, I would say £40, but because this is F1, I'm going to take the £52 instead because, I don't know, it's 50... Oh. I'm a genius. I actually did not know that. Only £52 for a spark. Fair enough. It's actually still really expensive, though. Which drivers have claimed the most fastest laps in 2017? Is it Verstappen, Hamilton, Vettel, and Ricciardo? I saw a tweet on this a few days ago. Hamilton has the most fastest laps, with I believe 9 fastest laps this season. Question 15. Jenson Button made a one-off appearance at Monaco, and where did he finish in the qualifying session? I'll tell you where he finished. He finished 9th, but then started from the pit lane due to engine problems and penalties. Because, yeah, go McLaren Honda. In 2007, oh no, this is, oh, I'm wrong. Toro Rosso have fielded 4 different driver lineups in 2017, but who were their 2 drivers at the US Grand Prix? It was definitely not, like, I can get rid of Sainz and Kvyat and Sainz and Gasly, because Sainz went to Renault by then. So, was Kvyat brought back or not? It's either Gasly or Hartley, or Kvyat and Hartley. Hartley was definitely there. Did Kvyat come back at the US Grand Prix and get a point? I think he did. I think Kvyat was there. Yeah, he was. It was Kvyat and Hartley. I mean, you can kind of tell because it says H-A-R there, so you can tell that one was Brendan Hartley. Because then Kvyat was number 2 driver, technically. I remember that one. Pascal Wehrlein has claimed all of Sauber's points, but in where? What am I saying? But where did he finish in Spain to get off the mark in 2017? He finished 7th, but actually got demoted to 8th due to a time penalty, a 5-second time penalty for exceeding the white line. I think he cut the white line in the pit lane, which is a little bit depressing for him. But yeah, that one. Are we actually not going to get any grid penalties at all in this like quiz? I don't understand right now. At which Grand Prix did Kimi Raikkonen retire twice in one afternoon? That was Azerbaijan. Boom, bing, bong. Having initially retired with floor damage, Ferrari repaired Kimi's car enough during the red flag for him to return before he was forced to retire for a second time late on. He said, "It's not a good day when your car retires twice in a race." There you go. New facts left, right, and centre. Which of these drivers failed to out-qualify their teammates in 2017? Was it A, Stoffel Van Dorn, B, Jolyon Palmer, C, Lance Stroll, D, Danny Kvyat? That was an easy one. It's Palmer. And he never will because he's not in the sport anymore. It's a great shame. But Lewis Hamilton, and the last... I haven't had a single time penalty yet, and this is going to be like literally just a video of just a quiz, and in which I'm just bossing it right now. Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel have amassed 26 front row starts in 2017, but who are the other 4 drivers to start on the front row? Right, so, Raikkonen and Bottas have both started on the front row of the grid. Who else has started on the front row? Did Verstappen start on the front row? When did Verstappen start on the front row? Stroll has started on the front row. I know he has. Lance Stroll started on the front row. Ocon's never started on the front row. Ricciardo has. I think it's Raikkonen, Bottas, Stroll, and Verstappen. I just can't remember when Verstappen started on the front row of the grid. It's tricking me now. Stroll definitely has. Bottas definitely has. Raikkonen definitely has. So there's no other option with those three. Oh, there is, but it's not Ocon. And there's Stroll. It's gotta be this one. Yeah. When did Verstappen start on the front row? I don't even know when Verstappen started on the front row of the grid, but this has made this very awkward now as a video. I just did the quiz and I got 20 out of 20. Trust me, I haven't done this quiz. I saw this quiz on Friday and I left it for the video. But what do I do now? Do I just go into a race and not take... Do I just go into a Grand Prix right now on 110% AI and just not take a race and set a target? Probably. Yeah, do you know what? We're just going to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into a 5-lap race on 110% AI. I'm going to race as a team that I'll pick. And we'll start last and we'll just see how high we end up with no penalties coming our way. So I'll see you guys on the track. Alright then guys, as you can see we're on the grid here to start this Grand Prix off, and luckily we have no time penalties because we managed to complete the challenge, well the quiz, in full force, but we still need to complete the challenge of finishing in the top 4 to make this a successful challenge. So here we go then on the grid. That was one of my, I think that's probably the worst start I think I've had in a Formula 1 game. I just did not react to the lights at all then, but I'm just going to have to slipstream these cars now and just go for it in towards the first corner here and just try and make up as many positions as I can. I'm going to leave some room here. I've been hit though. That's Kevin Magnussen that's got into the side of me there. Of course it'd be Kevin Magnussen. So yeah. Thanks for that K-Mag. Right, up into P8 already, but we need the top 4. A top 4 is all we can get here, otherwise I will class this as a failed challenge. So even though we completed the quiz with all 20 questions correct, that doesn't mean that the challenge is complete. Oh no, we still need that top 4 finish. We got 5 laps in which to do it, and we're on 110% AI, so we're not messing around here. We're going max out, and we need to get a top 4, so that means let's get past Grosjean next on my hit list. Still got the Ferrari engine, so it's going to be quick, but I'm running very, very low wings here. I don't know what Grosjean's going to be running in towards Ascari. Oh, the 2 Force Indies have made contact. That's going to bring them into some problems here, because that's going to allow me to get past now. There we go. Pull out on Ocon. I might be able to get Perez here, but I might not be able to. I'm going to stick away from Perez for now, because I can get him another lap. There we go. Right. Get the power down again. Unfortunately, I've lost a little bit of time to Perez. 5 tenths back. Probably might be able to get him into turn 1. Let's see what we can do. Oh god, he's got a huge slipstream on Daniel Ricciardo. That's probably why. I'm not going to fight him now. I'm going to got a good run. Kind of want to make... That's the run I wanted. Oh, he's shut me off. Ricciardo's trying to shut me off as well. This is very, very close fight. Oh, Perez gave me a little knock there. But down the inside, we're going to dive it very early and very harshly there on Sergio Perez. No contact, completely legal. And we're up into P5. One more position and we've completed the top 4 challenge. And then we may just go and try and get a podium and try and increase our bets.
Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Getting a great slipstream here from Ricciardo. I could just about creep it in there with a beautiful dive bomb. Very Ricciardo-esque like. And that is us up into P4. Challenge pretty much complete now. I'm going to see how close I can get to the front runners. And basically, let's just see how my pace is against those front runners on 110 around Italy. That's what I want to know in terms of like overall pace. I mean, that's a corner cut, so I can't really judge this lap anymore. But I just want to see how I can get on against them. Against 110%. And that's why at the moment, I'm not quite moving to 110. A, because I don't want to, and B, because they are just that much faster than me, which is fine, you know. Everyone has their limits in terms of how high up the AI chart, should we say, they want to go. And mine is mixture, really. Normally, I try my hardest to get as many races done on 108, but I do vary between 106, 107, and 108. That's like my little bubble, but people's are obviously different. Right then, so Hamilton wins the Grand Prix and does set the fastest lap in the process, obviously with him setting a 1:22.4. We come across line, we do improve actually to do a 22.6. So with that, it's an interesting one, 110. Because on there you can say, yeah, you didn't do that bad. You know, you finished P4 and you did a 22.6, which was only 2/10 slower than the Mercedes. I don't know, kind of an interesting one. But anyway, that was kind of the challenge. I set myself the top 4 finish. Maybe I should have said a podium, to be honest, because it would have been slightly easier to pass the likes of the Red Bulls and those lot, because the Ferrari and Mercedes are kind of in a league of their own this season. But yeah, we completed the challenge of everything, really. So there it is, guys. Then hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, feel free to drop it a like if you did enjoy the video. And if you are new around here as well, feel free to click the subscribe button if you enjoy the content that you do see. Vettel and Bottas at the same lap time, Illuminati confirmed. And I will see you guys next time. Take care all. Peace.